Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News. And I'm your host, Ellie, and this is the Weather and Lifestyle News Show. And we're very glad to have you here today. Boy, Tasmanian babies, you don't see them very often. And a bit of unusual weather forecast. Sea chickens in space. No, did you see and I meant to grab it. My computer went down and it lost some of my stuff. There is maybe I'll pull it for tomorrow. A jellyfish UFO that's been seen now. It like goes dark and it goes white and it disappears. And it was interesting. I watched it for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I can grab it up between shows and see chickens in space. And they also seen an orb. Well, what is it? Everybody's seeing UFOs now. Now, folks, I seen one. But I think it was a military thing. Me and my daughter, because I could bring my daughter in, and she'd vouch for it. We both seen it, and we both wrote down in different rooms what we exactly seen, and then compared notes, and it was almost identical. Almost word for word. Um, it was. I want to say it was rectangle, but it could have looked that way, and it was big and black and it wasn't when we were on Beale Air Force Base. It was here in Arkansas. We seen it. Chickens in space. There you go. But I don't know. I think it was a military thing myself. We're real close to the military base, the Little Rock Air Force Base. To me, it was just something. I also, when I was here in the 80s, I got to see the space shuttle being piggybacked. My son come in and says the space shuttle's in the sky. And he's 4 or 5 years old, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like dancing, almost wetting his pants over. Yeah, he says, mom, mom, mom. And I went out and took a look, and lo and behold, he was right. It was a space shuttle. And by the time I got out with the camera to get pictures, it was gone. I got the tail end of it, and you couldn't even tell it was just a speck. So, doggone it. All right. We got weather. Like I said, a different type of weather. It's not Miss Davis. It's Miss Daniel Banks. So here we go.
Weather's changing, but guys, just because we aren't looking at extremes doesn't mean it's not impactful or just plain gross in some places. So to better explain, here's an overview of what's going on as we head into the weekend. Now, one thing about me, I love teaching kids about weather. So for the little ones, we thought maybe we'd try out a different wind chill forecast, emoji style. So our blue dude is actually the most serious in our emoji family. He means it's bitterly cold. So Bismarck, for example, will see wind chill values well below zero. The face with the straight line is more in the meh category. Not completely miserable, but obviously not great either. It's still impactful. You got some gross and chilly weather in your forecast. And now for the rain and snow part. Our penguins represent snow and ice, and you have a smiley face if you're at least going to be dry, and you've got a cute little ducky with an umbrella if it's going to be wet. But really, who's got their
It's not
ducks in a row
chickens,
after all this crazy
William.
weather? Not
It's
me, I'll tell you that.
duckies.
But guys, we do understand life goes on. You've got to get your groceries in the
Oh,
rain.
good
You got to get
grief.
your kids to activities. So we were at least hoping your kids would get a.
I don't know whether to laugh till I cry or cry because I showed it. Oh boy. See, it's not chickens. It's ducks, William. Oh, good grief. Let me put, I got to. Where's Karen for this? Karen, you got to see this. Where's Susan? I bet that, oh boy, Karen would be throwing popcorn at me about now. Going, what were you thinking? I briefly skipped through it this morning. I thought, how cute. You, never mind. Oh, William, it's not chickens, it's ducks. And they're not in space. They're dancing around. Hey, even had one up by that's what it was, William. There's a duck up there in Washington on the map. Hey, I'll show you. See, yeah, there it is. Right up here. See? Little ducky right up there. So it wasn't chickens. It was the ducks dancing with umbrellas. I thought they were hats at first. And I was like, no, no, it's actually umbrellas. Oh, okay, let's get rid of that. We've had a good laugh for today. Oh boy, earthquakes. Yeah, let's get on to the earthquakes. Um, much better. There was only 32. I gotta, like I said, my computer went down and I was like scrambling to pull everything back. Um, and we have, boy, the most recent that hits over there by Tobelo, Indonesia. They got a 4.4. Um, now, we got them right around, I'm thinking this is Tonga, Huma Tonga, 5.8. Then we had some down on the Bird's Head, a 5.3 in the South Sandwich Islands. And then we had, I'm still darn quackers. Boy, William, I'm going to be chuckling about this one for days. Oh boy, as well as the jellyfish in space. Is it, what is it, a weird day or, uh, and the cops are chasing pigs again. Uh, pigs on the loose, yeah. Um, so we had those, and then we had a good size one down in Mexico, a 5.0 in Santa Maria. Oh, and allergies today. Um, so we did have some good size one. That was a 4.6 in Indonesia, just south of where this last one just hit. Um, Poso, Indonesia, 5.2. And then right below it, a banjo, Lubin, Banjo, Indonesia. That was a 4.7. Then we had quite a few in Alaska, a 2.6. Then we went to a 2.6. All of these are 2 pointers, 2.5. And I thought these were weird when these happened. Well, 3.0 in Atka, Alaska, along the fault line. Then we had a Chinook, Alaska 3.0, and then, of course, a 2.5. And then we're going to go up into Coopville, Washington, a 3.3. Now, it was 50 miles deep, so I'm not real sure if you would feel that or not. You might. Then on the fault line down around Mexico, California, uh, 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 Ocotillo Wells, California, 2.9. And then we're coming over here, Rotan, Texas. Texas is having a lot of them, but mind you, a lot of these are around drilling wells, whether it's fracking or oil. Um, and we see those a lot. And a lot of the 2 pointers could be the cause of drilling. White City, New Mexico, 2.7. And then we got one down around Puerto Rico. That lady Maria, I believe her name's Maria, is from Puerto Rico, that stops in every once in a while for us. Now, this one was a 4.0, and it was about 22 miles, 21, 22 miles deep. And then we got one over in Turkey. William, what do you think? Turkey gets feisty, and then they get an earthquake. Yeah. Those are the ones that it kind of I wonder about. Then another one, 4.6 in Indonesia on the far side of it. It was off my screen there. Um, Let me make sure there's no others um, that I missed. Okay, I believe I got them all. They're sporadic. They're not really lined up to where you could have some in between, but you really could. In between, like uh, Tonga and over here, the one that just hit in Indonesia. There could be some right around Vanuatu. Um, we could, Susan, oh, Susan, you got to go back and see the weather forecast. It's raining ducks and ducks. Yeah, it's raining ducks and emojis. Is that what emojis? Yeah, you'll get a good laugh, Susan, I swear. You just have to back it up a little bit. Oh boy, the things I show on the show. So um, I could see them happening in between um, let's see, we got Japan, and then on the islands, probably around Russia. You get a good laugh, I swear. Karen needs to see it too. And you'll have to put it in the comments what you think. Uh, not to mention, I lost part of my show today. So we're going to get some in between, folks, and they're all on fives, twos, and fives. Expect a lot of fours tomorrow. So we'll check it out tomorrow and see if I'm right on this. Oh, um, um, well, well, I'm not. That's kind of big. It won't show up in my thing on my board. So, you just have to, if you're in our chat room, you might read that. Uh, I'm not one for giving info like that. Uh, anyway, let's go on to the Tasmanian babies. Yeah, here we go. You don't see these very often, folks. And here we go. Did you hear him at the beginning? Oh, he was fierce. He was definitely fierce. So, oh boy. Um, so, yeah, subscribe, like, and share our shows. Definitely. Okay. And then we got Washington. Now, Washington's frozen trees look like a Dr. Seuss book. And I seen this and I watched it and I thought, how weird. Let me see if I can get this going. Here we go. Here we go. Here. Okay, now and stop. It's not stopping. Okay, so and I thought this one here, this is Lake Michigan shore, and the wind, you would not believe the everything gets covered. Even the lighthouses are real neat to watch when they're totally covered in um, those little. Didn't that little Tasmanian devil look tough? Yeah, he looked pretty tough. He was like at the beginning. They look mean for little babies. Even the babies look mean. So this here is very interesting, folks. Watch this. Okay. Neat frozen stuff. Like you guys really want to watch it when it's cold and snowy outside, right? What I do? Lose everybody here? I hope not. All right. So uh, let's see. Today, I have to say, let me go back here. Woodstock is 54 years old today. Woodstock, of all things. Um, I had a friend, folks, that was a nurse at Woodstock, and she said you wouldn't believe the overdoses that happened there. But today, on this day, 54 years ago, where were you? Uh, I don't know. My mom my mom warned me about the hippies. We used to go to the park. She goes, don't go near the hippies. They're not right. But we had quite a few cousins that were hippies, and I said, Mom, well, they're okay. Those are okay hippies, she said. So the cousins were okay hippies, and the hippies in the park weren't okay. And boy, she was upset over Woodstock. They were showing it on the CBS News with, was it Walter Cronkite back then, William? Back then? Oh yeah. Let's see if I can find some great pictures here. All right, here we go. Look at the crowd for Woodstock. All those little things, those aren't ants, those are people. Those are people for those are those hippies. Those are those hippies. Let's see if I can. Oh, here we go. Here's another big picture of an overhead shot. And there we go. So 54 years ago, um, 54 years ago, um, was Woodstock. Now, also on today, now this is weird. Now, I wasn't born back in 1943, mine was in the 60s. January 18th, today, the government banned sliced bread because of World War II rationing. We had to keep it, you had to ration your bread. Many Americans ate horse meat as wartime restrictions cut deep. Bread rationing marked dark days on the home front. And uh, a gentleman said he should like to let you know how important sliced bread is to the morale of and the saneness of a household. They said wartime rationing had already caused severe restrictions on the nation's household food supply. Basic resources were devoted in ever growing volume. So there was, um, you had to get a certificate. Here we go. You had to get a card, according to the article, to be able to go get bread. And they were even went to the point of giving you a slice at a time. Wow. All right. This time it's in Kentucky. Pigs on the loose. Oh, yeah. Why is it the pigs? I mean, it was don't touch the bison because the bison's going to get you. And we had them chase everybody at Yellowstone. And now it's pigs on the loose. And then cops chase them. I seen a dog get loose. I seen a video earlier today. It was supposed to be weird things that you see on the freeways or something along that line. And this dog got out of the car. He jumped out the window and he was running around the freeway. And everybody jumps out of the car. A lot of people stop. This dog was like quick. He was all over the freeway, back and forth, even jumped in the car and back out again. And then it jumped to the other side of the freeway where oncoming traffic. And I thought for sure he was a goner. But you know what? He ran to the other side of the road and sat in the grass. So, oh boy. What do you do with a dog like that? What do you do with a dog like that? It gets out and runs all over the freeway. Oh, yeah, bad dog. But the pig's on the loose. Kentucky police catch loose pig enjoying a snow day. Yeah, he was having a good day. Hopefully I can get this now. All right, here we go. Well, I didn't want to watch pigs playing. No, let's not watch the piggies playing. Boy, is that clickbait. Boy, that was clickbait. Yeah. Don't you just hate that stuff? They want to do that. They want to give you clickbait when they tell you it's pigs on the loose. And then they don't even tell you about it. So it was pigs that was caught playing in the snow on the loose, and the Kentucky police had to go chase them. Oh, yeah. All right, so we are down to the best part of the show, the end. Well, no, it's not. I'm gonna have to say the weather thing was the best part today. You're gonna have to just go watch it. A funny day, a funny day. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Um, uh, there is an avalanche threat for Wyoming, folks. Let's see if I can. Um, They said there was boy, avalanches are hitting hard. There was one. This came out of Sacramento Bee. Avalanche buries 10 cars, trapping people for an hour in Colorado. Um, I'm gonna find out exactly where this was at. Um, it was a Burthound Pass following the incident. So if you were around Burthound Pass or know somebody that might be having issues uh, or haven't shown up, or go check on them. They said there was lots of snow and quite a few avalanches. They do have a warning. I want to say Montana, but I believe it was Wyoming. So be very, very careful. Utah, Wyoming, Montana. I say Idaho, Colorado, with these avalanches. Even South Lake Tahoe in California got three of them. So, all right. So these, what are these? Well, they say laughter's the best medicine, but they're so funny, they're hard to believe. Um, so Walmart has a lower acceptance rate than Harvard, 4 to 5% admittance rate. But try this one. How only 2.6% of Walmart applicants are accepted. Yeah, they want you to shop there, but they're not going to give you one of their cards. Yeah, how about them apples? A football fan once dedicated his obit to insulting the Cleveland Browns. Um, and the season ticket requested on his obituary that 6 Cleveland Brown pallbearers at his funeral. Why? So the Browns can let him down one last time. Oh, burn. This is a technical name for fear of long words. It's called, oh boy. Um, eh, well, you know what? I am going to try it. I'm just going to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but that's not what it says. That's not what it says. Uh, so here we go. There's the word. There you go. All right. I'm not even gonna try to get that one. Um, so and before so that's a technical name for fear of long words. There you go. Uh, a hippopotamus, really? Boy, this is a funny day today for the show. Hunting unicorns is illegal in Michigan. Yep. Chief Herald of the Unicorn Hunters was once, quote, saying, "The pursuit of the unicorn is a lonely quest. We wish them nothing but good luck." Someone actually paid 10,000 for an invisible artwork. Well, I wonder. Well, I can't say that. It's political. There's someone else. I think his was invisible too. Guess. Just guess. All right. An art collector paid $10,000 for a non-invisible sculpture created by actor James Franco. The artwork was billed as the endless tank of oxygen. It's called Air. We're breathing some now, folks. Do you have invisible artwork called air? Blow out. You got it. There is an official ruling for how many Tootsie Pop licks it takes to get to the center. Artificially, it takes 364 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Holly weird. Oh, yeah. So now we know. The wise old owl is now is spinning on that tree limb, saying that no, it's 1, 2, 3. No, it's not 364 licks, but that's what it is. Cows moo with regional accents. Did you know that? Did you know it? A UK professor explained. You can take a cow out of the Jersey. I like the invisible art better. A U.S. town had a 3-year-old mayor at one time. This was Dorset, Minnesota, where a new mayor is picked every 2 years, drawing out of a hat. A 3-year-old named Robert Tufts was elected mayor in 2015. And did you know the Cookie Monster really does have a name? His name is Sid. No, seriously. China censored the word censorship. I guess you can't be guilty of a crime if no one can describe what it is. Yeah, don't you feel smarter? Yeah. China censored the word for censorship. There you got it. And it's 364 licks to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. All right, folks. What a weird show. Um, Definitely a weird show today. You're going to, if you are in late, go back and watch. My computer went down. That was the start of the funnies, of me dashing through the tabs to get what I had back. I should bookmark these, but I don't. I just line them up and go at it. I bookmark them for the second show. And so subscribe and hit the like button. I hit the like button today because this was a crazy show. Was it April Fool's Day or something? Maybe it's just the groundhog. You know, we don't have the groundhog here in Arkansas. They roll over and laugh. They come out of their hole and just laugh and say, it's anybody's guess. Rain, wind, snow, tornadoes, and sometimes it's 80 degrees. All right, folks, that's it for today. And I thank you for watching and thank you for your support. And we will see you in 30 minutes. Or if not, we will see you for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. It's trivia. So I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you got a good laugh. And if you weren't in a good mood today, maybe just got a little giggle. So with that, folks, have a wonderful Thursday. And we will see you in 30 minutes.